Karibuni, welcome tuelimishwe kwa masuala ya jamii, tuchunguze sana mbalimbali, tujuze juu ya matukio ya kila pembe, tuwapa burudani kwa familia nzima.
Good evening, everybody, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Frida Nguku, and this is Girls Talk. Remember, every single Wednesday, inakuanga tu Girls Talk, and we're here to entertain you, to inform you, to educate you, to have some fun. And tonight, we are talking about our mask experience. And someone told me that there's a time they went out there on a date, and this lady they were meeting had a very terrible mask. Terrible here means dirty, or torn, looking just weird. And it was like, you know what, if you can't take care of your mask, we are not having a second date. And that was it. You never went for a second date. So tonight, we just want to hear your nastiest experience when it comes to mask. Curfew has been lifted, but again, we are still wearing our masks. So come on board and talk to us, guys. Remember to put the hashtag GasTalk, hashtag Tumehama, because now we are fully on YouTube. So you're watching us from YouTube, the TheArtsinHeart official. And to help me talk about our mask experience is my very able, amazing co-host, Noreen Ambata. Where are you, girl? Kuja hapa tukuone. Hi, Noreen. Hey, leo kuna macho ine.
Hata ujaniwish a happy Mashujaa Day. You haven't.
I should take back. Happy Mashujaa Day, Noreen. Happy Mashujaa Day.
Happy Mashujaa Day to you too, Frida, and to the rest of our audience.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for joining in tonight.
Me nauliza aje, do you normally wear specs ama ni leo? Is it just today, or am I seeing my own stuff?
Are you new to me?
No, I'm not. Why? I'm wondering, why do I feel like I have never seen you inspect? We are come tongelele yo maneno. Nyanduko Nyabuto, my other co-host, is joining me tonight, and let's talk about this experience. Nyanduko kuja hapo niambie, Noreen anavanga specs kweli. Does this lady really come to the show?
First of all, nilikuwa nimekwama huko nyuma nikishindwa mlinisahau ama what going on? Anyway, Noreen huvaa specs. Frida, are you new to Noreen?
I'm wondering.
Yeah, she does. A very good evening to you, wherever you're watching us from. This is Nyanduko 254. It's going to be a beautiful show, and I can't wait to tell you my nasty mask experiences because, fam, I have seen things out here, and it's going to be an amazing show. So tune in, join us. Let's talk about this. Yes, Frida.
Yes. Remember, guys, it's hashtag GasTalk, hashtag Tumehama, hashtag TheArtsinHeart. Now, guys, we want you to be on the comment section and interact with us. Tell us, what is that nastiest experience you've had? Or what is that experience you have? It does not necessarily have to be nasty. It could be a very good experience. So just share with us. We just want to know. Now, Nyanduko, the first time you heard about a mask, tunaanza kuvaa mask, we'll be wearing mask. How was your experience? How did you take that?
Okay. First of all, I'm a person who loves wearing lipstick. So the mask was not something I really embraced at first because I was like, maybe I love wearing my lipstick. But then when COVID started, I did not leave the house for like the first month. I was home the whole time. You're scared. Ukitoka nje unapata COVID. So I had not interacted with people wearing masks until the first time I actually went out and everyone was in a mask. And sasa mimi and my lipstick, I woke up one day and said, sinaenda kununua mkate hapa kwa duka ya estate. I do not need a mask. Fam, the way I almost sat in that police Mariamu that day, I will tell you about it. But it has been a journey with this mask thing up to a point where it is, it's becoming a new normal where you can do your makeup from here upwards and...
Wait, people can do that actually. I never thought about that.
I will tell you about that.
I can't wait to hear about that. For me, when this mask thing was announced, I was like, wait, people are supposed to wear a mask. Is it even practical? Like to tembea na mask the whole time. I felt like, this is just going to be 2 days, 2 weeks, and you know, we're back to normal.
Yeah.
I took it so lightly. I was like, this is just, I mean, how do we live on mask? Like, how is that gonna happen? I actually did not even think much about you know, the lipstick or anything or makeup. I was just like, tutakuwa tunaishi hivi. It just didn't occur to me it can happen. And then I realized, wait a minute. You went to town. I went to town. I was in Nakuru then, and everyone is on mask, and I'm like, yeah, I'm the only one here. Actually, I was scared. Like, yeah,
you're telling me you've never woken up and you decide to do your eyes and here upwards and you go?
No.
Are you weird or am I weird?
No, you are weird. Let's start with that. You're weird. And two, how do you even do that? I hate masks. I am not gonna lie, I hate them. I am the person when I'm interacting makarao hapa nje because of this mask stuff. So I have experience when it comes to mask. So I hate masks. So there's no way I would be like, acha nifanye nusu, because most of the time my mask could be here.
I don't hate masks, Frida. I do not hate masks. I just do not like what happens when I wear my mask and my specs at the same time. So it has become a matter of choice. I have to choose between my specs and my mask. And it is not a very, because now if I'm wearing my specs, hapa, and then mask, hapa chini, and then I breathe, fam, it becomes a whole moisture scenario in here, and now I can't see. And I meet people and they're like, actually ni pita chao, and I'm like,
now that you've talked about your specs, because I heard people say people wear specs and then the mask and then you breathe, it can feel like you're being choked. You know the situation mmekuwa nayo Nyanduko, ama people are just exaggerating?
Being choked per se. You know, when you breathe, human breath is usually moist, yeah? So when you breathe, your specs are basically glass. So when you breathe through your mask, because you've connected the mask here, you put it here, and then your glasses should go on top. But before we actually figured it out, the mask would go, the specs would go inside the mask, and then when you breathe, your moisture in a jar happen. Now you can't see. You can't see.
So I can.
Inakuanga asubuhi na your moisture. That is the situation.
Wow. Now I can imagine if you're wearing a wig that has a fridge.
And
you're done. I want to hear what people are saying in the comment section. Actually, I was told I should not say on the comment section. It's in the comment section. My goodness, Kizungu likuja rameli. What is your nastiest experience, guys? That's a question we're asking you tonight. Remember, #gastalk, #tumehama, #artsinheart. Boniface Witaba says, checked in. Karibu sana, Witaba, you've been joining us. We love it. Godin Segero says, happy curfew leave today. #gastalk. Curfew is lifted. Clubs are still closing at 7. My goodness. Master Kerry says, it's like a collab. We love you too. We're just loving you back. Thank you. Kiproroda says, #gastalk na wapenda. Tunakupenda sana. Thank you for always supporting Gastalk. We love you. We love you so much. Nancy Magan says, good evening, ladies. Good evening to you too, Nancy. Looking bubbly tonight. We are here because you know what? We are here to enjoy this topic tonight. Kiproroda says, Mark was just to protect, mask, I guess, she meant, was just to protect your face. Kuhakikisha, okay. Can you see that, Nyanduko? Oh, unanga macho vizuri. Kuhakikashika uso. That came on to you, Nyanduko.
Utaniambia vizuri ati sina macho.
Jaro Sarah, #artsinheart, #gastalk, #tumehama. Yes, girl, put all those hashtags. Hello, girls. Hello to you too, Sarah. Happy Mashujade. From Happy Mashujade. Mohamed Abuto says, when glasses messed up. I can imagine.
It is a whole day. It is bad.
It's a whole mess, guys. Now, apart from prevention of COVID, because that's the whole point why you started wearing masks, why else did you wear masks, Nyanduko?
To hide from people.
To hide from, now that you say to hide from people, Kiproroda said, #gastalk. Oh God, it's gone. I want it back. #gastalk. Ushawahi enda date na mtu alafu anatoa mask, unatoka mbio. We are about to talk about that actually. Yes, we are getting to that, Rhoda. I know. Victoria and Katha, #gastalk. Here we go. Yes, karibu sana. Nyanduko, to hide from people. What do you mean to hide from people?
Not to hide from people per se. So there are some of us who are very popular in the estates. Okay. So when you're going places, everyone wants to say hi to you, and sometimes you're not in the mood to stop and say hi to people. So you just put on your mask, you put on your glasses and a hoodie, and you go. And you go, And also when
people
you're
will
doing fishy things, eh? I'm not saying I do fishy things, but when
it's okay. It's okay, girl.
Here,
do it. It's okay.
You're standing in fishy places and you don't want people to recognize you. Just pull your mask up. And by the way, I have a thing against people who wear their masks here. I'm a you Frida who puts it here. The mask is supposed to cover the entire, this place yote. Anaopita anataka kuvaa mask hapa. Si uivae kwa kichwa basi kama hiyo beret.
Ama utoe tu. Ati kama hiyo beret. I just don't like them. It's just period. That's it. I also feel like guys were wearing masks to cover up for so many other things. Like for me, Nyanduko, I talk to myself a lot. I was told it's normal. So don't come for me in the comment section.
You talk to your ancestors.
I talk to myself. So that was really a very good natembea huko nje. Also I sing a lot, so natembea huko nje and I'm like, there's this song and nakumbuka niko like, so the mask is covering me up, so no one will tell I'm talking to myself. Sometimes even najiongelesha and I don't want people to be like, are you okay? Are you insane? What's wrong with this woman?
Okay.
Is she,
I talk to myself, but there are levels of talking to yourself. There's the talking of yourself where you don't utter the actual words. You're like, you just. And then there is the Frida Pro Max, where you're opening your mouth inside your mask and you're telling yourself now to cut a corner, to siangalie nyuma. That's madness.
I'm very normal. So don't call that madness. Noreen, karibu sana. Welcome back. Tell us, what's your mask experience, by the way, other than provide protecting or preventing yourself from COVID? Unavaa mask kwa nini?
let me just go back to where I come from. Ndio ni come up na the exact reason why I wear a mask. So people have a tendency of when you meet them for the first time, or rather when you meet them after a very long time, you owe them money, you owe them all the things. So when I go to my village, mask has really helped me to just put it up to here. I cover myself fully so that no one can recognize my eyes and and this area. Then the forehead. Then I just put a hoodie or something, glasses zangu, then I continue walking. So I'll owe no one any explanation. Umekuwa wapi? How much money can you give me? How much do you have? Umetoka Nairobi lini? Can I have this and that? So for me, mask for me has been of really, really good help, especially when I'm here or when I'm in the village, just meeting people that you really want to ignore or you really want to know, you don't want to associate with them. And for me, that has been a plus for me. Then
Frida, before you I know you'll take us on a break right now, but there are people like me who love making weird faces. So the mask has helped me and people not look at me when I'm doing this inside my mask.
Yes. But when do you make those? When do you make those weird faces in Nyanduko? Ukiwa kwa watu ama ukitembea peke yako, you just find yourself.
Yeah, nikiwa tu peke yangu, like you're bored and then you're like it's fun.
That's talking to yourself. That's talking to yourself because it means you're reacting to things that you're thinking. Nyanduko. Nakuona by the way. Now that Noreen, now kidogo, now that Noreen, you've mentioned about money, and people be like, kumetupotelea sana, give us some money, in the village and all that. Hizo ni shida za matajiri. Tomorrow, tuko na shida za matajiri, guys. Kesho, 9:30. Join us as we talk about shida za matajiri. Go on, Noreen. Nilikukat short. Go on.
Sasa, I don't know if you ladies make walk on mats. I know most of the time we use matatus when you're going somewhere. Okay, public lanes for those who do not understand.
Yeah.
So, you are in a mat. kitambo, before masks came in, and now someone next to you, they have a very bad smell of their mouth.
Yeah.
Mask imenisaidia because you know when someone wants to talk to you or to pass money to someone else so that if the conductor, and now inafika point yenye the moment anasema shika ni ngapi, who you don't even want to
you're like this. And I feel like Noreen, I feel like also that mask still added into that stench. Like unajua sawa msee ananukanga mdomo, but because you talk more, probably that thing keeps going out. But now you've now covered up. Now it even becomes worse.
Ew.
I don't know. I just feel like also at some point you made it worse.
You cover it.
You cover it.
So that you cannot even.
Have you people seen Ellie's comments? Ellie has said, "At it's supposed to catch post for toothpaste." No. Wacha nikwambia, by the way, it's a good thing that people started wearing masks because now you can handle your smell on your own. Unajinusa kwanza before other people can smell you, so that you can decide to invest in a toothbrush, you know. And we're not shaming people who have smell, because there are people who have halitosis, and there are people who just skip brush day and decide it's time to walk out here without brushing. So before mask, watu wasitujue. Green, me and you both. Yes, Frida.
Before tuende kwa comment section, do you feel like you'll continue wearing masks when we are done with this whole COVID thing?
I would if Kenyans will not make me look crazy, because now people will start saying, "Bana we, toa hiki tu." People can beat you. Unatukumbusha you know. But I wouldn't mind. But still, this the hospital ones, the what are they called? I would like pull an Ankara mask very well. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Noreen, would you still pull a mask when this thing is done?
Yeah, definitely. You know why? Mask came in as an equalizer. Mask imetufanya wote tuko equal. You know
what? It was COVID gang time to shine. We've been shining.
I agree.
You know, for people like Noreen who have issues with how they there's a time ukienda place where people are and you find yourself when maybe you don't want to talk and your mouth is always like, so people will think this chick anakwanga amefura tu kila time, kwani tumemkosea. So for me, mask really helped me to hide my facial expression. You'll never know whether I'm sad or happy, you know. So I'll continue wearing it. Ndio pia.
Oh, amazing.
Na mtu watala na najua hii sura ananijua vizuri, I'll just say, okay, it's the other one. Kumbe I've hidden everything behind the mask.
We need to bring Noreen kwa shida za matajiri. Let's get into the comment section and let's see what guys are saying before we take a very short break. What are people saying? Remember, it's hashtag #tumehama. James Mwadi says, I wear masks because I've been in contact with people who I later learned were COVID positive, and a few unfortunately lost their lives. Wow. So for me, it's been a matter of protection. I wish most of us would do that, because for me, I'm not gonna lie, it was not too much on the prevention side. Keep a order. Kidogo, Noreen, we come to you. Hashtag Gas Talk. Mask doesn't protect COVID. I feel like we'll get into that, but it does. It just depends on what mask that you know. It helps a lot in, protecting and all that. Kipro Roda says, Eli Likuyani, people are not brushing their teeth. Invest on toothbrushes za kutumia na kutupa, and always have mouthwash kwa handbag. Hey, Roda. Sawa. James Wadi says, at Kipro, ati tubebe mouthwash kwa bag. Umeona movie mingi sana. There's ladies watching so many movies. But women carry a lot of stuff in their handbag, so you never know. Eli Lipiani says, protection comes first. Lakini, hii vaccine imetufanya, we feel too safe. Here in Belgium, it's a matter of different city, different regulations. I see. different counties. Did you hear that here in Belgium? Sisi huku Kenya tuko. Kipro Roda says Gramani is thinking of getting rid of masks. Wacha sasa tuonekane sura.
Germany.
Yeah, we're getting there. Oh, okay, so Germany. Oh, okay, sawa. James Wadi says that Likuyani, naona for ladies, they have changed mask into a beauty contest. We're getting into that in a few, by the way. Mask coming into the beauty section. We're taking a very short break. Remember, this is Gas Talk. We are live on YouTube, the Heart in Heart official to Mehama. See you in a few seconds. Let's take a short break.
No, nilikwambia mambo ya Webuye. He said I heard that drama people are from Nairobi and Webuye and other serious towns, not Kimilili. So I decided to give it a try. By the way, was the first one, I think, from Kimilili who is serious about drama. The rest were from Webuye, Kitale, Bungoma, serious towns. Kimilili was just a place for circumcision.
I came to Nairobi for the first time in my life after campus, after campo. Nikitembelea auntie yangu fulani here and there, but officially I came after campus. And one thing that I told myself deep down, nilijiambia huko ndani, I have never seen women. I have not been seeing women. The women are here.
Wow. I have not seen women. I just saw that advert with what was saying. Kimilili was a place for circumcision. That is against all odds, guys. That's a show we have every single Sunday. This Sunday, we have amazing stories, guys. So catch them live here on YouTube, TheArtsinHeart official, against all odds, as people share their stories, inspiring, stories that are there to make you feel like, you know what, I'm on this journey and someone else has gone through it. Now, getting back to our topic today, your mask experience, and we are asking you guys what has been your nastiest experience with this mask stuff, and I want to get back to this co-host of mine, and I want them to tell me, how much was your first mask that you bought? How much was it? How much did you spend? Nyanduko,
can I be honest with you? I have never bought a mask. I have never bought.
Ellie, I need to leave. Boss, do you know how much we spend on masks? Boss.
Okay, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is the thing.
Who are you seeing?
When the pandemic first, when the pandemic first struck, people were given. The person that I was staying with, the person I am staying with, was given a whole box of masks from work. So yes, that is. My person came with masks home, so I literally never bought a mask. And then I went home to Nakuru, and my father is a supervisor somewhere, so he was in charge of giving out masks. So he had brought, how Kenyans, if your family comes first, corruption and all. He brought half of the consignment home, so there were 30-20 boxes of masks lying around. Oh, so I've literally never. The only mask I've ever bought really is an Ankara one, and I don't know, 100 maybe. And the other mask I have taken from I have them from promotions and taking them from DJs who sell merchandise. So
hey, you're connected. That is what you say. We are connected, one time. Noreen, your first mask. How much was it?
Oh, okay. I wish I was Nyanduko's sister or neighbor.
Me too.
So that I could enjoy all the benefits. Hey, Nyanduko,
I know.
My very first mask costed 150 shillings. And I decided to buy this mask. It was March last year, March 2020.
The normal mask, is the blue one.
Yes.
They were actually going for 250 Nyanduko. Those masks, first time the mask came in, there's a friend of mine who actually did that business and she made a lot of money. We are getting into mask business actually on our that section, so stay tuned. But this lady actually sold those masks and she was selling them for 250. The first week when the mask thing was announced, you have to wear a mask, then she made money out of that. They were around 250 and I bought my first mask at 250. And my sister bought her first mask at 1,000 500.
And H1 whatever, the H something mask,
yes.
the white one.
Yes, yes, the one with Dia Kawat here. But I still feel like that's a lot, really. Like
that's a lot of money.
Why was it going for 1,500?
Actually, they had to do a protective layer. I guess do what?
Talk it. You're going to protect more than these other ones.
I may not dwell so much into the 1,500 plus and 250, but my main concern here is buying a mask worth 150 shillings. Mark you, ulikuwa unaenda job uambiwa job imeisha. Now you need to, you have 200 shillings, you need to budget for dinner, you need to budget for a mask. You cannot go outside without a mask. Unajua, you cannot get any services, maybe go panda a mat because you do not have a mask. Utakutana na kara huko nje and you'll be in for it because you do not have a mask. I'm telling you, this 150 shillings iliniuma for a whole week.
Frida,
yes.
The fact that you're buying this mask to wear it for one day and you've used 150. I mean, unless I'm sure when you bought your first mask, you're wearing it just one time and throwing it away. Ama ulijua utavaa mpaka kaishe, kararuke, ushone.
Me, I knew I'm gonna wear it not one day. I knew I'm supposed to wear it once and dispose it. But for me, I was like, no, I'm not buying 250. Tomorrow again, 250. Where's the money? After all, everything was closed down. We're not even making money as much. And now you're here, you have to buy a mask. Do you know how much is 250 daily for a mask? That is if you're going out anyway. That's a lot of money for average mwananchi Nyanduko. Hey, that's a lot of money. Guys, let's talk about mask and makeup. Ushaiva mask, umeelekea town, and then unafika mahali you're supposed to remove it, probably don't know doing what, and then you're like, oh my goodness, people have been looking at me and wondering, what is this you're wearing? Because this kakamba here is brown going to black in color because, foundation, and that's when you came to realize there are people who are wearing very fake makeups out here.
First of all, I cannot relate on that foundation.
You cannot relate.
I cannot relate.
You wear original makeup.
No, because most times I do not wear foundation. I just do the rest of my makeup and that's it. But even when I'm wearing foundation, I cannot relate because quality and whatnot. Actually, this is the thing. That is a joke. Now, this is the thing. You wear your whatever, and then you've worn your very cheap Huda lipstick that is fake, and then kidogo lipstick is spreading all the way up to here. Now, when you're removing your mask, you look stupid because you have lipstick up to here, and it's a mess. And that is where I started doing my makeup here. From here upwards, I do my eyes perfectly. If I'm getting lashes, I put them on in there, and then I cover the rest of it. Until one day, I was going for a meeting, and then people were being told, "Throw a mask to Sandini," and I'm like, "Throw a mask for me."
Before I come to you, Nori, let's hear what people are saying in the comment section. Kipro Roda says, lakini kwa nini watu wanavaa mask mbili ya white na ya blue? People are doing this? I've not seen it. Kipro, utulete your picture, man. Maybe I want to see someone in two different colored masks. James Mwadi says, first mask I had was around 950. And waliomoka. That's okay, man. Eli Kuyani says that in Nyanduko 254 unaishi kama ndege wa angani. Hawapandi, hawavuni, lakini wanakula wakiimba. God has been on Nyanduko's case, man. He's been providing. James Mwadi says that in Nyanduko 254 hapo kwa my person umerudia sana. Nimesikia by the way. Nimepasikia. Yes. Eli Likiani says that James Mwadi imebidi afanye remix, otherwise my person angerudisha supply yake ofisini. Oh my goodness. Godwin Segera says, I bought my first mask for 200 bob, lakini I used it for 2 good weeks. Mind you, it was a surgical mask. Godwin, we need to talk. We need to talk. Kipro says
2 weeks. 2 weeks, Godi, 2 weeks. Nywele hivi.
You're sorry tutaongelelea. From my experience, that disappeared. Kipro, I'll go back to your comment. From my experience, the FFP2 mask are the ones that protect, lakini hizi zingine ni za kuprotect usijishikanishie uso to spread the virus. I feel like we got to a point when we started buying masks, fiber, you know, and all that. It was no longer about protection and more of karawa sinione, more of I don't want to brush my teeth today, more of we have to wear a mask, or I have to do this. Noreen, you've not told us about your experience with makeup. You do makeup. How was that with the mask on?
Let me tell you. Okay, of course, experiences with my mask and makeup is almost the same to the rest of the ladies. But now here's the trick. You know, when you buy that mask at 150 shillings, you expect to wear it for at least 1 week or 2. You know, because how for sure kama this thing, okay, am I supposed to change it every day? After all, your pesa yote natoa wapi, you know. So I wear this mask with my makeup on. So when I'm back home, nitaikunja vizuri, I put it back in my handbag. So the next time I want to leave the house, manze unaitoa, and now maybe you're in a mat and I just forgot my mask. But I have it. Niko nayo kwa bag. So when you go pick the mask that you want to wear, and maybe someone is looking at what you're doing,
at you.
Oh my God, the mask inakaa vumbi.
I know. Then you feel so embarrassed. Then you're like, I hope no one is looking at me. So you want to cover it. And thank God that they brought in black mask and was like, yay, let's do this black thing. I can imagine. Let's get on to
these blue things and the white ones. Oh my God, it is goes on, especially when you're putting
for ladies
your makeup.
Yeah, manze inakuwa embarrassed. Now, Noreen, let's talk about mask business in Kenya, because that has been something else. I remember, like I said, there's this lady, when this mask thing was introduced, she made a profit of 200,000. She actually shared everything in details of how she made profit of 200,000. Because the answer at the moment masks were announced and everyone was buying. Now, mask business changed and people started washing masks, and you know, they're brought back and you're out there saying mask. Uko na mask ni 10 bob 20. I sinunui mask 20 bob mimi. So how what's your take on this mask business in Kenya?
One thing that I'm proud of Kenya is people are business oriented. People can make a business out of anything that comes up. Bora tu wamesikia ni hii, that's where they are. Like their minds are like, neza fanya nini I get money, you know. So Kenyans are very sharp in terms of knowing where to invest and how to invest. Lakini ukora ndio mwingi. That's issue of people actually getting masks from hospitals and washing them, ironing them, then sell. And at that moment, ndio penye tulikuwa tumepata mask zilikuwa zinaanza kushuka up to 20 shillings. And now you go to a shop, someone says, siwezi buy mask 20 bob. I have somewhere that I can easily go get a mask at 5 shillings, you know. And we could run there. You find so many Kenyans running for masks at 5 shillings, 10 shillings, that you really don't know where they're coming from. All of a sudden, the market was flooded.
Yes.
The market was flooded with masks. Ujui zimetoka wapi lakini zipo. And now that is where we are. And now it became a business for everyone. For everyone.
Yeah.
Are coming from lakini ni business ya kila mtu.
And now people started to get reactions and allergies, you know, around this area, and you're wondering what's happening. Kumbe the mask you're using, someone used it, and then probably these guys who, you know, mask is very important, I use it for one day and just dispose it, and then guys decide, you know what, let's pick them up, wash them, clean up the makeup, then iron them. We get back to the mask thing, and then Noreen is out there saying, I'm not going to buy my mask for 20 bob, I need it for 5 bob. But then you go home and you know, you have, you know, all these things around you. Probably you have acne, you have pimples, and you're wondering what is happening. Nyanduko, business ya mask. Ulifanya ama hukufanya? Almost everyone did that business.
Mimi sijafanya business ya mask, sadly. Ama sijui ni happily. I have not sold masks, but I know someone who made $1 million or more from selling masks. She went for them when people were, there was a time when masks were like very expensive, like you said the first time. She went for them, she found a Chinese supplier, bought a lot of masks, stacked a whole room in her house, and people were wondering if she's normal or not. And she made money. She made, unajua COVID millionaires, someone is calling me and I'm on the show. She made money, a lot of money. Tukika hapa tukiulizana, what do we do during this COVID period? Someone was making money.
Someone is
when
making
people were
money.
selling sanitizer and masks, people who sold those things the first time really made a lot of money.
A lot of money, and they actually really pissed me off. I really got pissed when this lady talked about it. I was like, Frida, you've been here, you've been sitting here, and people think the next thing there's a mask, this is happening, let's go for it. You know, it's a risk you're taking because we didn't know how long this was gonna last. But now you've taken a whole, batch of masks, probably zinaweza couple usinunuliwe or anything. But still, that's a risk that had some very good returns. Noreen, you're saying something, sorry, I cut you short.
Okay. Apart from just the surgical mask, I really appreciate the fact that the tailors in Kenya had to come up with something. You know, it really brought us down to we can have something that is washable and still use it every now and then.
I'm not sure how it was working.
This mask, it ends up kuchipuka. You'll start seeing some threads coming out.
Actually, those ones are not meant to be washed, are they?
They're not meant to be washed.
They're not.
Remember the people who used to wash them, iron and sell to you, Frida.
And sell.
Wow.
And I'm there buying them for 10 bob. Happily. But now, the ones that were made by tailors, were they really protecting us? Did they put the measures that the surgical ones had? In terms of, the whole point was not just a mask, but also hiyo kupitisha hiyo hewa and all that and all those things. Was it really adhering to all that?
I think the ones that are tailor-made do not really, they do not have the filter that the other masks have. Yeah. So they're basically mostly for aesthetic purposes and to control your own breathing and your coughing and whatnot. But I do not think they actually have any protective layer on them. So these are urembo tunakupiga luku according to I don't know about you.
I used to hate them, Mara Kwanza, I used to hate them before coming to know, okay, ini kitu inaweza tumika. So there was a time I was watching the elections in the US. So nikaona huyu ni Biden akona kama hii ya kushona. Then who am I? Why am I struggling?
Who are you?
Let me go to my tailor as soon as I can. So, so that's how I really started wearing the
the tailored one.
The mask.
And tailors also made money. That was also business for the tailors, because we were making them and said that was good money, man. I wish we had 1 year to be how much they made. Let's see what people are saying.
Yesu ni Bwana. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
And also people use them actually to brand their businesses. People pull ArtsinHeart logo here and you're like, you know what, I represent this YouTube channels like YouTubers.
You had me saying I was wearing masks from DJs who are selling merchandise.
Yeah, so by the way,
they were advertising their businesses. Yeah, in
their businesses. That was a very good way of thinking in terms of business, And Nancy Magan says, what about pollution? Millions of face masks that are thrown away every day. Most of them made from plastic microfiber. We're actually talking about that on that segment. How are we disposing our mask and all that? Eli Lukiani says, unfortunately, with the booming business, the biggest pandemic was the disposal technique used by the population. It was and still is a disaster. We are about to talk about that when we get back. Hashtag Rhoda says, hashtag gas talk. Some masks are recycled. Talking from experience. They are. We agree with you, Rhoda. We agree. So we are taking a very short break. We'll be right back on that segment when we're talking about some experience Nyanduko had meeting someone, and also how are you disposing your mask. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Some kids, it gets them, it feels like, so it's me. So it seems I'm the problem. Then they start developing guilt consciousness on issues whereby if skills like labeling is addressed well, in case there's a problem with kids, if you have a house help, you have a parent, kindly separate the person from the problem. Address the problem, spare the person. Attack the problem, spare the person.
Finally, it's gonna offer nice kupite Ajoymark wallpapers and deco. We have quality wallpapers, wall mirrors, and contact papers to beautify the space of yours. Currently, we have selected wallpapers on offer for 10.50 Kenya shillings per roll. A roll is 10 meters by 0.5 meters, so technically, a normal wall will take 2 to 3 rolls. We deliver and install countrywide. Get in touch with us on 0786923452 and we will help you build a happy place. Yeah, get in touch with Ajoymark wallpapers wakutengeneze nyumba. Also, did you watch that? Separate problems from people and get the solution. That was family edition, where we have it every single Saturday. We talk matters family. We talk matters, things affecting marriages, families, siblings, all that. So catch that every single Saturday on YouTube TheArtsinHeart family edition. All right, Nyanduko, we are back. So when I started this whole mask experience chapter today, I mentioned that there's this guy who actually went to meet a lady for the first time. And, you know, as we're speaking, looking at the mask, and he was like, chick, really? Mask imechapa, inaka ime cheap. And he's like, you know what? And he told me, you know what, Frida, I was like, if you cannot really, you know, this is what you see. When you meet people, this is the first thing you see. Then you come with a chipuka mask. Yeah. You're like, I'm not doing a second date. I'm not doing a second. Nanduko, have you met someone and you're like, really now?
Yes, I have. I have met someone and it was a very respectable person. I was like expecting to have a good time. And then the person comes and his mask is looking like he had collected it from some highway. And I'm like, what is wrong? What, bro, you can't buy a mask and they've come to 20 bob. Why is your mask looking like this? Of course, I did not ask. I just said, this is the first time you're meeting me, and it's the last time. You ain't going to see me again with that ragged mask of yours.
I feel like it communicates. I feel like a ragged mask and a dirty one says a lot about you than anything else. Like you look at a vibe vizuri. If your mask just looks like it's been picked from, you know, a ditch, it just makes you look like you don't understand yourself. Not really. Shaipatana na mtu and you're like, nunua tu mask. Ama umwambie ndio hii mask. Just get a new one. You're like, you can have a blue. It matches your outfit.
You know, Frida, I use public means, and I continue using that example because this is where you meet different people who speak different languages, and you know, especially when you meet someone that comes from the lake, and you know how they talk, how they say pesa is otas, you know, and all those things. Then later on, you come to realize what is happening to your mask, and it's just someone that you're seated next to. What is happening to your mask, and you're saying tukutane nikushikie mbili ama nikushikie tatu, and your mask is terrible.
Yeah. Hiyo kurudia mask manze.
It's not just about gents, even us ladies. You also meet ladies when you're sura, figure, the way they dress, the way they present themselves and all that. But when you come to the mask, the type of mask wanatoa kwa handbag, Aki, it's not me.
Kuna mtu amesema kitu. Can I get that comment back? Someone said, lakini Nyanduko ukutana na watu wa shida.
The problem is I meet a lot of people. In this my line of nini of life. I must really duty. I meet so many people. Now I wanted to talk about, have you ever met a person, Frida, who is dressed well, looking fine, nini alafu amefunga mask yake hapa nyuma. So it's literally it's bro. It's katika. I don't know the word to use there. And then this person just chukua this kamba and the other kamba na akafunganisha. Na mwingine hata alikuwa ametoboa, like mask yake ilikatika the elastic thing, akachukua kamba akaingiza hapa na hapa juu na chini akafunga. Yes, me I have seen character. So the mask is blue and the Uzi is black.
Nyanduko, that's better. Ushe kutana mwenye ameshikilia na kipini.
Wow.
A pin.
Who are you people meeting?
Where do you live?
Kwani mimi naishi hizi side zingine naona nataka I need to hamia huko.
Anaishi hiyo side ingine.
The other hiyo side ingine. So but seriously, I mean guys went too far when it came to this mask stuff, man. And it was just 5 bob. But again, guys, let's remember, as much as you're saying it was 520 bob, guys went down financially. So it wasn't as easy as we think it was, guys. That 5 bob you think is just 5 bob was a problem for someone because they're not making any income and they're not seeing it happening anytime soon for them. So that's another issue. Now,
Frida, before you say that thing you want to say, did people in your household share masks? Ukiwacha kwa meza, your mother finds it and she's like, my daughter was wearing this, let's go. Where?
Oh my goodness. I remember a friend of mine who said, nipe hiyo mask ya mtoi. Niko like, mask ya mtoi. Si ni ya mtoto wangu, she's my daughter.
Let me tell you, Frida, my boyfriend used to go to work and I used to stay in the house most of the time. So this is what used to happen. He would go and then he would collect the mask because we did not have a way of disposing them. And then he'll dispose them when there are many, like when there are so many. So he had this place he used to keep them. You know, there's a time we wore the masks, they were over, and I needed a mask to get out of the house. I picked a mask from the recycling bin and we went. And basically what I'm trying to say is there's a time we recycled a number of masks for a few days.
You know,
someone we exchange bodily fluids with. Why can I not share?
Now that Nyanduko, you're talking about, you're putting the somewhere so you can dispose them. Have you noted how badly we dispose this mask? Like you walk a few meters, they're like all over. Like, do you know we were never told that this mask, I think it was said at the beginning of this COVID-19 pandemic, but at some point we were like, you know what? Hii mask imekuwa chafu. Unaachilia tu hapo. You're walking, drop it and buy another one and move. Ama mahali umenunua unachukua and then you just drop the other one. And
I tell you, Frida, me, I have seen someone, today I have very many things to say. Me, I have seen someone collect a mask. Okay, let me put it in form of a scenario for y'all and I need an answer. Noreen, Frida, a police, Mariamu is approaching very fast.
Oh God!
And they are very serious on the mask thing. Actually, the fine is 2,000, 3,000 shillings for not wearing a mask. And as you're walking, you see a somewhat clean mask lying somewhere on that road. Na police wanakuja. What do? Do you ignore the mask and you be caught and pay the money, or you collect the mask and you'll deal with your
pick, girl, pick it and walk. One thing itakuwa ni kama ni yako imedrop. Yes, no.
Imagine I won't do that because
you will do
money. I'll run to them. I'll run to them.
And tell them what?
Sina hata shilingi tu ninataka hiyo mask.
In this Kenya. In this our country,
there are people who are really compassionate.
But you know, now that Noreen you're talking about that, I feel like we are like, this is not how cops would really react to such a situation. But I feel like they probably would be like, okay, this is serious. Shikai 5 bob nunua mask. I don't think they'll really have an issue with you. They'll actually be shocked. Like, wait a minute, this woman came running to us. I feel like they actually helped you.
You'll be surprised. But one of those days you have dressed to kill, and now you want to convince someone. There are some of us to kona rangi ya shida. Like we are just too. We are like, you cannot tell someone you are broke and they accept.
No,
do you ever have this moment when you cannot
mimi sina rangi ya shida. Mimi sina rangi. Mimi niko sawa.
I'm telling you, I tell someone I am broke, and people are like, Maze, why are you joking? You cannot be broke. And I'm like,
go get married somewhere. Guys, what's your experience with masks? Yes, Noreen.
Still in the issue of sharing masks. Just recently, students went back to school. And you find that this issue is not just happening at home. You find like primary school children being at school and now they're sharing masks right, left, and center, and they do not care. nani alikuwa amevaa hii ama hii ni ya nani, hii ni ya nani. I was running, teacher ameniona bila mask, I'll pick it and wear it. You know, in schools teachers ni kama cops. So if teachers so see me without a mask, I'll be answerable. So what do? Let me steal my friends, let me steal my desk mates.
And wear it.
So mtu anachukua sema hii ni yangu, mama aliniwekea kwa bag, and that's it.
Lauren has made me remember a meme that was saying, was it a meme? Someone was sharing their scenario. Actually, these nursery school kids are going to school with a mask, and they come back Jioni with a different mask. You ask them, whose mask is this? They tell you, nilibadilishana na rafiki yangu. Yeah.
That happened a lot by the first few weeks when kids went back to school. That happened a lot. I've seen some few comments. Probably we should get into that before we come back and talk about mask and service. Like you're going to a place, you want to do some shopping or you want to do something, but then you're like, oh my goodness, see a mask. So you have to go back and figure out where you're going to get your mask. Godin Segero says, there's a day I was a guest of the state, so nimeshikwa past curfew hours, and to add on sina mask, we were at the police station. I was like, like, is anyone having an extra mask? Even I used one. Umeshikwa because of other things, uko kwa cell, but now you're thinking, I don't even have a mask. So by the time I get released, they'll be like, you don't even have a mask. Eli Likiani says, kwanza upatane na baba yangu na demu yake anaita Kanya. Kwisha. They share the same mask kama mi wa hashtag to
yes. You and your partner and one mask.
Yes, Boniface Witaba says running to cops. It could work though. Yeah, I said that. I once saw a cop do something humane for some guy who approached him, and I was perplexed. I can imagine. I think they were actually really
on that same comment. On that same comment, you did not see the video of the guy who went to. It was he was pulling a prank. Who went to a traffic police and he was like, Afande nisaidie kuninunue mask. Afande, and then the police was like, we toka hapa bana mimi sina pesa. The guy is like, hata afande hawana pesa.
It also depends on how. I did not see that, but it also depends on how you approach the cop. Get that back. And Serafini, I have not read ni comment yake inatoka inapotea. My daughter would come back with a more beautiful mask. Alena kaambia beshte yake, yours looks beautiful, please just give me yours. Guys, have you gone out there? You're going to shop, you're about to get into a supermarket, then it hits you, I can't go in. Man, I can't go in because I don't have. What's your experience with service and mask? Nyanduko?
Mimi, it has not hit me or anything. I get there and they chase me. It has happened a lot in my local supermarket. I just go there and I don't have a mask, and now I'm starting to look at the soldier funny. I'm like, aki wacha tu ninge nachukua hii ndio hii hapa tunataka. It's like,
I know.
Go back, get a mask. Alafu mtu anakuambia wende uvae mask, hajavaa mask. I'm not saying, we are copying people, lakini
mwenye anakuambia yake iko hapa.
Amehang hapo.
Exactly. Wabe mask, and they don't even have themselves. But I've had a few of those experiences where you're not served because you do not have a mask. I think maybe it helps, but sometimes if it's a local shop, hata mtu wako hapo ni wewe na huyo mmoja.
Yeah.
Sometimes the propaganda too, but sometimes I don't know. Sometimes you can just serve a person.
And I also feel like these supermarkets did think business-wise. They should have put, since they knew everyone is coming, then they're like, seen a mask, then they go back and come back. Wow. Why don't you think business-wise and just put mask just next to the door? Because clearly, guys are coming here without mask. No,
you are an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur. You see business opportunities anywhere.
We are here to make money, man.
I've hung out with Frida. Aki Frida, you have issues with wearing masks.
Yeah.
So the time I was with Frida, we were entering a certain boutique and we wanted to check some very nice stuff for ladies. So, tumefika hapo soja ako like, mbona rafiki yako ana mask? I'm looking at Frida. Frida is like, mimi sijazoea kuvaa hizo vitu. Hizo vitu zinaniletea joto mingi. Mimi sijazoea. I'm like, Frida, we can just go get a mask from that shop, tukuje tuingie. Frida was like, mimi tu wanikubali niingie. Niliacha Frida hapo ningeenda kumletea mask, ndio akavaa ndio akaingia.
Frida, you know me, I've hung out with a friend. This the first time I actually went out when COVID was on. It was like 2 or 3 months in. And this friend of mine, we are eating. It was like a eatery, not a restaurant. Like a eatery. I do not want to give free advertisement here. Do you know my friend was eating with the mask on? I'm like, bro, like ana pull mask mbele hivi anaingiza food. I was like, Maze, you're overdoing it.
What?
Anavuta mask mbele anaingiza
goodness.
Right. He's like, you never know. So, by the way, make me understand. They tell us to get into eateries with masks on, and even places of burudani. We get in there with masks. Kwanza, the above your head place. You go with your mask on.
Then you
5
get
minutes in, you're hugging everyone and telling everyone, I respect you. Give me a hug, my brother. You're my family. You will get COVID.
Also, you're drinking. Like you're in a club. I'm assuming you're in a club. So you got in with a mask, yes. Then you're in, you're seated, and then now you have to, you're drinking. So there's no way, like Nyanduko is saying, a mask, then get food in or get your drink and then cover up. So you've gotten in and then you remove your mask and continue until now when you're going out, that's when you remove. And I feel like that's the time you're supposed actually to remove it because you're about to walk alone or probably get into your car and go. But this is a time now, it just doesn't make sense. And I feel like this mask thing was just there for...
Another side note, Frida, curfew has been lifted. Just putting it out there that curfew has been lifted. I don't know if the night was when COVID was spreading, but you know, what do I know?
What do you know? It's not adding up, Manze. Me, but when it comes to this mask experience and getting into places and then you go out, mimi nishaingia kama kawaida yangu, like Noreen says, I don't love mask. I get to a place because you have to wear a mask as you go in. Then I got in, and as usual, it just bothers me. And I thank God I didn't get COVID, or probably I got it and I just got healed. But I remove it, and then I forget I'm inside. I'm supposed to go out. I remove it, and then kaeka kwa handbag. And for some reason, I just couldn't find it. Now I'm on the counter, and I'm like, Madam, we have to serve you. You have to wear a mask. And I'm like, oh my goodness, do you guys sell masks? And they're like, no, I don't have a mask. So now my worry is, so where do I get a mask now? I don't have my mask, so I dropped it. Sioni uko ndani, haiko kwa handbags. I think I dropped it or something. But now here I am. So in this dilemma, what would you do? Noreen, kama wewe unafanya nini? You're there, you're supposed to finish up. I tell them, you guys, you have to serve me. Or I don't know, because now I'm already inside. I have things I have to pay and get out. I was really confused, but they're like, you have to wear a mask. Finally, they served me, and then nikapewa msomo na nikaongeleshwa, but the person who's talking to me, mask iko chini. But I feel like this mask thing was not really, really well discussed. But we've enjoyed the whole time. We had the other side of it, of fashion. You have order in your mouth so it doesn't feel and all that. And before we finish this show, I'm coming back to you guys.
Before you go there, did everyone else experience the pain of the ears when you first started wearing masks?
Oh my goodness. And I wondered how you people wear shades and specs. I was like, kuna watu wanaangingi hizi vitu daily. And that is even heavier than a mask.
You're wearing earring, you're wearing specs, you're wearing a mask. Huh? All those things on one ear. And you have earplugs in. Mask overloaded.
Hey, manze, but that no. Hey, it felt like you're being pulled, like something is happening. So let's see what guys are saying as we finish up. And remember, next week our topic is going to be my date with the cops. Gonna have that discussion next week. Eli Lukiani says, watu wanasema wamevaa mask and they are sagging them kama jeans za Snoop Dogg. Hashtag tumehama. And Serafini said, but for real, this mask were the beginning of acne. Yeah, I stopped using surgical mask. Yeah, true. I agree with you. And people were just reacting into them. Guys, your parting shot as we call this a night and meet again next Wednesday. Nyanduko, tuambie.
Wear your mask. We know the curfew is lifted. As you go to above your head, below your ginene, make sure you have your mask on and piga sherehe. Good night. God bless.
Did you just say below your ginene? Noreen.
Nancy Morgan just talked about the disposal of I just almost said pads. Disposal of masks. Well, yeah, it is polluting the environment to some extent.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah.
But now, what can we do? If you cannot just dispose it correctly, then ban it so that we cannot have other people using your mask or your mask being reused by other people. So let us just practice how well we can really dispose these masks, and we'll be safe.
Yeah. We are grateful that we are here. I feel like Corona is, getting to that point where, it's not as serious as it was. So we're grateful that you're still alive. So if you can wear your mask, please do. I'm not good at it. I'm going to get better. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. Tomorrow, Kona Shida za Matajiri, tune in at 9:30, right here on Arts in Heart. Saturday, kuna family edition. Friday, creative space. Man, we have amazing guys coming on creative space. You don't want to miss that. So catch Nyanduko, Eshuti, and Ellie on Friday as they discuss this creative space of ours. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Let's meet next Wednesday as we talk about our dates with the cop. See you next Wednesday. Bye.
Ulitizama kitanda changu kimejaa kunguni, godoro inchi mbili, ukasema wanipenda. Simu yangu masekete, nguo zangu matambara, viatu vilivyochapishwa viraka, ukasema wanipenda kutoka ndani ya roho. Tulipoenda bafuni nawe, sabuni ya kipande, uzini wa gunia, ukasema ujali, fanaka utoka kwa Mola. Sasa iweje leo hii nasikia fununu toka kwa rafiki zako kuwa wanipa talaka? Sasa iweje leo hii hadithi za kuaminika zaniambia mapenzi haya yamekuchosha? Sasa iweje leo hii naambiwa sema umasikini wangu wewe umekuchosha? Ninachoomba baby, nipende nilivyo. Baby, nipende nilivyo. Zawadi ya fanaka hiyo kutoka kwa Mola, mafanikio kutoka kwa Mola.